Okay, let's get back to Tesla and its self-driving cars here and its pursuit of self-driving. Let's bring in Fred Lambert, the editor-in-chief of Electric. Fred, great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.
What do you make of, overall, do you think that it is a benefit or it is a risk that Elon Musk is so tightly associated with Donald Trump?
I would think right now we've seen the impact that we are kind of missing with the. It's hard to, you cannot gauge the impact of Elon's political meddling right now. It's impossible to put a number on it. It's having an impact most likely than not, but it's very difficult to put a number on it to say that like, oh, this today in the market what we're seeing is the impact of Elon Musk and his Doge meddling.
Right. I'm just curious, though, in terms of the core business and the hopes of investors in Tesla stock, you wonder how is it going to benefit the core business that Elon Musk is involved with the Trump administration? Is it more cons because he's distracted, he's got other things to do, the other things that he's doing on behalf of the United States? Instead of working on his business, is it more of a benefit because perhaps those investigations that we talked about, the NHTSA investigations into 6 crashes, the DOJ investigation to the claims of full self-driving, the regulations that will pave the way for robotaxi, all those things will be benefits for Tesla stock ultimately?
Well, over the Biden administration, there were several investigations by NHTSA into Tesla's self-driving products in the U.S., and they got a slap on the wrist with basically having to change a bunch of alert system and monitoring driving system. And that was basically all they had to force Tesla to do a complete stop instead of what we call in Canada an American stop, or in the U.S. sometimes you call it a Californian stop. That was basically it. So in the U.S., regulators are not the bottleneck for Tesla's self-driving effort. The technology is the bottleneck. And Tesla's technology right now, based on the latest crowdsourced data, is at about 500 miles between critical disengagement. And Tesla itself says that it needs to be at 700,000 miles between disengagement to be safer than human drivers, which is what NHTSA says is miles between human collisions, which makes sense.
So how important is this event in Austin in June for the self-driving car?
Well, that's a masterful play by Elon. He's going to be moving the goalpost, basically. So Tesla has been promising to all its customers since 2016 that all cars they're building is capable of full self-driving, has the hardware full self-driving. They've been wrong twice about this. They already announced that they have to change the computers on 2 different occasions. So what they're going to do right now is basically Elon is losing all credibility when it comes to self-driving. He's literally been saying that it's going to happen by the end of the year for the last 6-7 years or so now. So what he's going to do in June instead is he's going to launch Waymo. He's going to launch a service that's geofence, that is teleoperated or teleoperation supported remotely. It's going to be most likely than not mapped, though that's not entirely sure. And it's going to be an internal fleet rather than the customer vehicles that he's been talking about for years. So basically, he's going to announce that Tesla has achieved unsupervised self-driving, but it's going to be a service that Waymo has launched for years ago, including now in Austin already. So